Hey guys, I'm Manisha Gupta, and the one metal that has continued to outperform the overall sector clearly has been nickel, up by 13% in this year already. And when you look at the past 1 month performance, we are up by nearly 25% in that sense as well. So it's trading at a 10-year highs on LME and an all-time highs on the Shanghai markets right now. Nickel is facing the most severe squeeze in over a decade, and that clearly has been supportive. If you look at the premium at cash, that has surged to a 2009 highs of $495 per ton. So if you wanted nickel right now, that is the kind of premium you have to pay to the markets then. We did see nickel hit an all-time highs of $50,000 per ton in the year 2007. Currently, it's holding around $24,000 per ton. But even at half of those rates, the surge in the nickel prices has been quite strong. Past many years, nickel actually has been a sluggish metal, but the market really seems to be picking up right now. There is strong demand from the stainless steel factory. There is a pent-up demand as the COVID restrictions lift. And there also is a very strong demand from the battery and the EV sector, which is expected to grow many-fold as we go ahead. And there is not enough supplies in the market or estimated to be there also, and that has been supportive as well. LME, which is rare for the exchange to make statements, says that they are aware of the situation and they are monitoring it quite closely. LME actually has said that thrice in last 12 months, first because of copper, which the prices touched an all-time highs in the previous year, and then tin, which has been recurringly hitting all-time highs. And now in case of nickel, where the short squeeze is so high that there is absolutely no metal available in Shanghai, in the global markets, and is the reason LME has had to come out and give that statement. Inventories is something that really has been worrying, and as I said, near record lows in case of Shanghai, and nearly 57% of a decline in inventories is what we saw in the year 2021 for LME as well. The stocks actually on LME have been declining every single day since the month of October 2021, and the prices have been on a rise there. Traders and industrial consumers also have been covering their shorts, and that's another reason that you have seen a run-up in prices. There also are supply worries from Indonesia, which has put a ban on exports starting 1st of January. And the markets do believe that even if Indonesia supplies do come into the market, the kind of demand that the markets are anticipating is much higher. If you look at LME, that clearly has been a scenario. All metals are trading in a backwardation, which tells you that they are more expensive right now here than a few months later in the market there. An important factor to watch out in nickel also is the kind of deficit that the banks and brokerages are anticipating for this year. Goldman Sachs says that in last year, 2021, that is, nickel was in a deficit of 159,000 tons. This year, even as it is lower, but it's going to be yet another year of deficit at 30,000 tons. JP Morgan is anticipating 40,000 tons of deficit in 2022. JP Morgan also says that the battery usage will jump up by 50% in 2022 year-on-year basis, and that is the kind of demand that the street is factoring in sense of prices there. Also, a report from International Nickel Study Group says that the global demand is expected to surge up as well. In 2021, it was at 2.77 million tons, and this year is expected to be at around 3.04 million tons. So whichever way you look, the fundamentals are quite bullish. Another very interesting aspect here is that nickel class 1 is what is deliverable on NME and Shanghai, and that is what is lower in availability. But when you look at other nickel varieties, and mind you, nickel is available in various varieties. So whether it is about ferronickel, nickel matte, all of those is available, but it is not deliverable on the global exchanges, is the reason. Even as the other nickel varieties may be higher or available more, it is not really taken into account. And the only one nickel variety which is deliverable, and because that is in short supply and that is what is demanded as well from the battery makers and steel makers, is the reason you have seen this short squeeze and the price run up as well, with the expectation that from here as well another 10 to 15% of a run up in nickel could be on card.